Guys, with interest rates going up, CDs are actually looking competitive to things like dividends on stocks, and CDs have no risk because they are FDIC insured. The interest rates CDs pay are at times as good or higher than a lot of the well paying dividend stocks. In this video, I'm going to show you how to buy brokered CDs in Charles Schwab. Now, a lot of people may not be aware that you can buy multiple different CDs in Charles Schwab. It's not just Charles Schwab's own CDs. They have brokered CDs, which means they get these CDs from hundreds or thousands of banks all over the US, and you could buy them all in one spot based on who gives the best rate. And you don't have to open an account in each bank every time you want to switch from one bank to the other or anything like that. You do it all in your Schwab account without having to open a bank account in another bank. So that gets rid of one of the huge disadvantages of buying CDs from your bank, because usually the biggest banks don't have the best CD rates. So with Schwab or any other broker with these brokered CDs, you can shop around and pick the best rate at the time. So let's see how to do that. Okay, so if you go to websites showing like the best CD rates, like on NerdWallet, they show Marcus, Discover, they have 1 year CDs for 4.3 or 4.15 or even 4.5 down here, which is very good. Problem is you have to open up accounts with each of these banks every time you want to get a CD with them. And if you go to a big bank, like probably the one you use for your checking and day-to-day stuff, they don't have the best rates either. So 3 month is 3.25, 1 year is 4.15. This is not bad. But let's see what Schwab offers on their brokered CDs, where they get the best rates from a whole bunch of banks all over the country, and you don't have to open an account with them. You just do it through your Schwab account. So go to Schwab, click on the menu, click Trade, and click on CDs. Okay, so here they show the best rates for each maturity. And notice that the shorter term maturities pay higher rates than the longer rates, like 5 years, because we have an inverted yield curve. And this is not the normal state of affairs for bonds or CDs or anything that pays interest, because it's more risky to lend somebody money for a long time than it is for a short time. So you should get paid for that extra risk, but we are in an inverted yield curve, so that's not the case right now. So what's the strategy you should be doing for an inverted yield curve situation? Well, it depends on what you think interest rates are going to do. If you think interest rates are going to continue to go higher still, then you would stay in short-term CDs or bonds or treasuries or whatever, because when they mature, you expect that the prevailing interest rate is going to be even higher than the last one. So you're going to be able to reinvest at a higher rate if you think rates are going higher. If you think rates have peaked and are going to go lower from here, then you would go out longer term, because you want to lock in the peak rates that you think interest rates have peaked. And if you have a 5 year horizon, then you would go and lock in this 3.9% if you think this is as high as interest rates are going to go. So personally, I think interest rates are going to go a little higher still. So I'm going to stay with shorter term investments, like 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, something like that. So to see the different banks that you can buy these CDs from, click on this interest rate under 3 months, let's say. Right, so these are all the banks and these are their interest rates. And so there's about 20 of them, and you see none of these banks are like Citibank or Bank of America. They're really small banks, and so they have to offer better rates to attract money from people all over the country, because nobody heard of Bank of Apollo BM New York, right? So the coupon is 4.3%. The APY is 4.37, because you're getting this in 3 months, and then you can reinvest it for another 3 months and reinvest that and reinvest that. So if you did that 4 times for the year, you would get 4.37% for the whole year. And so the quantity is 10, the price is 100. What this means is you're basically buying these in $1,000 increments. So the minimum is 1, meaning the smallest amount you can buy of a CD is $1,000, and they are in $1,000 increments. So if you wanted to buy this brokered CD, you just click on buy. So you put the amount you want to buy here. If you want to buy $1,000, do not put 1,000 because that is 1,000 thousands. You see that comma with the zeros? That would be $1 million. So if you want to buy $1,000, just put one, right? So that's $1,000 you want to buy. Auto rollover. So if you click yes, you can roll it over when the 3 months is over into a 6 month, a 9 month, a 3 month, whatever. So that's pretty handy, but I'm going to click no. Now this is just a holdover from like stocks and whatever, order type, limit price, timing, fill or kill, and all that. None of this matters, and you can't change any of it anyway because you're not buying this on the secondary market from different buyers and sellers and all of that with bids and offers. You're just buying it from this bank that says, give us $1,000 minimum and we'll give you this CD for. Now remember, the coupon rate is 4.3%, but you're not getting 4.3% on your $1,000, which would be $43. You're getting a quarter of that or a little bit more because you're buying this for 3 months and 10 days from today. So let's say that's 100 days, right? Including February is less days and all that, but let's just say it's 100 days. Let's see how that works. So 100 days divided by 365 days in a year means you have this investment for about 27% of the year. So you should get 27% of that yearly interest rate of 4.3%. So I'll take this 0.27, multiply it by 4.3, so times 4.3, and you get 1.17% on your $1,000 for this 100 days that you're holding it. So in other words, you're going to get $11.70 on your $1,000 for the 100 days that you hold it. So click review order. So there's the information. You're paying $1,000 and you're going to get $1,011.70, something like that, at the end of the 3 months and 10 days. And so this is different from a treasury bill, which is discounted up front. So in a treasury bill, you're going to get $1,000 at the end of the period, and you pay a discounted rate up front. That is what gives you the interest. On a CD, you pay this face value amount, $1,000, and they add the interest on top of it at the end. So you just click on place order and you got your CD. So guys, that's how you buy a brokered CD on Schwab, and you are not limited to just one bank. You can buy a 3 month from one bank and a different 3 month from another bank and a different 6 month from another bank. So you can add these all together to whoever has the best rate and pick and choose instead of being locked into one bank. And before I bought a brokered CD, I would check to see what the treasury bill rates are for the equivalent time frame, because you might be getting a better rate with that. And both of these are essentially risk-free. So it's just a matter of who gives the better rate. So I hope you like this one. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.